The Chicago Bulls get a good win on the road against the Toronto Raptors today. We're going to be talking about the key takeaways from tonight's win. This is your host, Rico Greenhowe, and you have found yourself on another episode of Bulls Digest. And so before we go ahead and jump into the key takeaways from this game, wanted to make sure to remind you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button as we try to reach our end of the season goal of 5,000 subscribers there. Want to let you know about 62.4% of you that watch are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure, like Modest Buzelis, you slam dunk on that subscribe button here. And so let's go ahead and jump into really some of the key takeaways from this game. And so I think overall, the Chicago Bulls played extremely well off the bench, and they've been playing very well over the last couple games. And so it is good to see that Billy Donovan is trusting the bench, and we are actually getting a chance to see some of these younger players play. And, I think that this is perfect for the Bulls as they get a chance to really evaluate their young talent. On top of that, I think another key takeaway from this is that the Bulls get the ball to their second leading scorer in Vooch today. He has a double-double, so he had an impact on this game. So that was good to see that they did not forget about their second leading scorer. And then I just think overall the Bulls came out, they really executed, and it looked like a game in which this is what the Bulls really want to, their playing style. They want to play fast. They want to get these three-point shots up. I think that they did all of that today. They were scrappy, and this is what you want to see from this team. And so let's go ahead and jump into the box score and look at some of the key takeaways in that. And so I want to start with the MVP, and I think it's MVPs in this game, and it is the entire Bulls bench. And so let's start with our rookie, Modest Buzelis. I think that it was great to see him play some extended minutes, get a chance to really play through his mistakes out there. And he had some highlight reels as well. Look, he had 12 points. He had 7 rebounds. He had 3 block shots. He was plus 18, 26 minutes. Look, the Bulls had 9 block shots, and 5 of those were on the bench. And so Modest had 3 of those. So that was terrific to see. And so it was good to see him also get a highlight play with a little crossover and a finish in this one. Modest Buzelis showing a ton of confidence. Loved his end of the game interview with Patrick Williams, talking about the confidence there. And then also, too, talking about Patrick Williams. And so Patrick Williams, look, he had a highlight dunk in this one and a stare down. And I absolutely love that from Patrick Williams. So that was good to see. He was very assertive, I think, off the bench once again offensively. He felt like, or he looked like he was comfortable out there. 11 points. He had 9 rebounds. He actually was hitting the boards today for us. He was a plus 15, 4 of 11 from the field. So it was good to see that Patrick Williams for another game has come out and he's been aggressive off the bench. I don't know if that is going to be something moving forward, but he's looked good thus far there. So I got to give him credit. Next up, Jalen Smith. I think that Jalen Smith, look, with his game today, look, I think if you were wondering, could he be maybe the starter for the Bulls if they move on from Vooch via trade? I think a game like this, you feel confident in what he did. I know it's against Toronto, but still, I think he's shown this type of play really throughout the season. It's just been a matter of him getting playing time. And also, too, he's been injured as well. He's been dealing with the knee and stuff like that. And so hopefully he's kind of gotten past that. But tonight, look, he looked good. He shot the 3-ball with confidence out there. You love that. 17 points, 5 rebounds. He had an assist. He was plus 7, 7 of 10 from the field, 3 of 6 from downtown. And you just love the fact that he can run the floor and knock down the 3-point shot. And so we love to see that today. Next up, Dalen Terry. Look, Dalen Terry, he got big inside too as well. I think he had some great finishes. And over the last couple games, what I've noticed most about him is his playmaking ability. I think he's done a great job as far as assisting the basketball. He had 4 in this game today, played with a ton of energy, only got 13 minutes, but he was 4 or 5 from the field. And I think his energy was just really felt throughout this entire game, so that was good to see there. We didn't get Julian Phillips in the game today, which was interesting. He didn't play, and also too, THT did not play, but I just think as a whole, The bench played extremely well, and that really was our MVPs of the night. And so next up, let's look at the starters here quickly. And so with Josh Giddey, I think that he had a great game today. I loved his energy as far as going after the rebounds. In fact, he had one play where I think we got a tip out to somebody, and I think we ended up getting a score out of that. But his energy on the boards, I think, was tremendous. Even though he had 7 rebounds today, he had 15 points. He continued to really get downhill. He had a nice dunk over somebody in the first half as well. He had a highlight, 6 assists. He had 2 blocks. He was +8, 6 of 11 from the field. You could tell the confidence is there. And I think that just when he is really, assertive as far as getting the rebounds and just kind of gets into a flow, you can really see that it's going to be a good game for him. And so I think that that's what happened for him today. Next up, Coby White. And so Coby White, he looked like he was in the flow. I mean, he was just catching the basketball, shooting it with confidence out there. This is his second game back from the ankle. He had 25 points, 6 assists. He had 4 rebounds, and he was +11. But he was efficient with it because he was getting downhill. He wasn't thinking twice about it. Didn't seem like he was forcing the action. Everything was in the flow for him today. So, look, even though Lonzo did not score the basketball at a high clip today, 5 points, he had the 5 assists, but more importantly, he was the calming factor in the offense. And I have to think that players have just responded well with him being in the lineup. And I think more importantly with Lonzo, maybe it's time to really start to have that conversation of him maybe getting a chance to play now in these back-to-backs, because he's looked good. He's improving with his minutes, and I just wonder, can he now start to be a player that plays in back-to-backs? Because I think maybe that changes the way the Bulls maybe look at the starting lineup with Zoe out there. And so next up with Vooch. And so Vooch, look, he did a terrific job as far as utilizing his touches. He was 7 of 12 tonight, 21 points. He had the 12 rebounds. He also had 3 assists in this one, +9. And, I love the fact that he was assertive early, and they continued to get him the basketball out there. And so that was good to see that he stayed engaged throughout the game. Next up with Ayo. And so I know Ayo didn't score a ton of points, but he did a ton of things, because he did score 6 points. He had 8 assists. He had 4 rebounds. He had a steal. He was +10 out there in the plus-minus box score. But look, Ayo was everywhere. And so when Ayo is doing that, generally it's going to be a great game for him. And so, look, this was a great game just collectively for this team. I thought that they did a terrific job as far as getting out, playing with pace, getting into space, and, just a lot of good decisions out there, not a lot of turnovers for this team. And so as we look at the turnovers and the team box score here quickly, some of the key takeaways from that, because I think that, the Bulls, again, just did a great job as a team. And so, starting with the rebounds. And so 52-44, the Bulls lead in the rebounds, did a great job there. Talked about the turnovers, 11-7 for the Bulls there. So they do a terrific job there. As far as the fast breaks are concerned, Toronto 16-11 there. They beat us in that category. Then when it came down to just the block shots, I talked about the Bulls did a great job defensively tonight, 9-8 in that category. The bench was spectacular with that, and so that was good to see. And then as far as assists, look, a terrific job from this team. 34 assists to 45 field goal makes. That is terrific basketball. 50.6% from the field, 45% from 3. So that was good to see. You see that the Raptors here, they had 42.4 from the field, and then also 33.3% from 3. And so they struggled from downtown. So this was good to see for the Chicago Bulls to come out here and get this win. Let me know in the comments what you think about this win. And one thing that I do want to add before we get out of here is this, that we know that we've been hearing a lot of trade rumblings around the Bulls and the Golden State Warriors here. So I got a chance to look at that Golden State Warriors game before I actually came in here to do this video. And so before this one came out, and this is out there now, Steve Kerr, essentially said that, look, this unit cannot afford to just stand pat in the position that they're currently in. So talking about just the status of this team, and so of their team, talking about the Golden State Warriors. And so with that being said, that just makes me think that maybe, just maybe, the Bulls might get a deal done, especially if the Warriors are in a state where they're thinking that they can't just stay pat where they are. And so something to monitor, but a great win for the Bulls. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Just want to thank everybody out there for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Make sure that you go ahead, mash that subscribe button as we try to reach our goal of 5,000 subscribers. And as I always say, go Bulls, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.